What's going on, you guys? So we back again for another episode review of American Horror Story New York season 11. Baby, I didn't think I was gonna get this out, but I had a little bit more time tonight, and I felt like doing it. I just needed something to to get my mind off of the stuff that's going on. If you looked at my sister's review, you understand, okay? I kind of snapped off on that one, and I feel like I needed to vent, and it just came out. But this is American Horror Story, New York, season 11, episode, what is this? Episode 5, Bad Fortune. Baby, they was doing some mess up in this episode, and I kind of felt bad for people. Oh my goodness. So the episode start off and we see Miss Patty LaPone, she up there in the bathhouse, okay? And she got, I guess they're doing rehearsals or whatever, because, remember she had the guy, well, I'm going to say they, because I don't know what their pronouns are, was, doing a little singing or whatever. And, she had a little issue towards the end when they hit a little note or whatever that she really didn't like. So, she was having to get them together about that. But then, we realized that she got another business that's going on, that, it's not really doing well. Somebody had either got fired or whatever. It was like she got some bad news, one of them left and all that. And once we see what her other business is that we're talking about, it's a psychic situation. Okay, I said, so this the business that you talking about? She was like, girl, yeah, I'm a little psychic or whatever. Next thing you know, Fern, or it's her name, Fran. Sandra Bernhardt's character, I believe her name is Fran. I think that's what they said. She walking down the street and she sees the psychic place, and she goes in there, and that's when we realized that it was Miss Patty LaPone's place. And she was like, girl, I'm here for the help wanted, okay? Because you need a new person. That's what I'm here for. Because she was like, you want me to read your, do your tarot cards and all that, give you a reading? She was like, nah, girl, that's good, but I just want to help out. She was like, you got some experience with the tarot cards? She don't know shit about it, but she want a job with it. I said, what? Miss Patty LaPone had to put it out there like, girl, go study these cards and come back tomorrow. But what you need to know is that this psychic shit ain't real. Because if it was real, we'd have millions of dollars already. We'll know the jackpot will be this and we'll be that. I said, you know what? That's true. And I never believed that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Okay? I don't know if y'all be on TikTok like I be on TikTok, but sometimes my feed get a little messed up and it get a little, I don't know if y'all ever get them live videos where them people be with the little things and they be like, and it be the wires and they be going like this or whatever, and I guess this is no and this is yes and all this stuff, or they be having the tarot cards. I be like, oh my God, why am I on this, okay? Who put my feed on this? But Fran, she was like, okay, cool. It was like, you got to tell the people what they don't want to hear. You don't want to tell them, oh, you got cancer, whatever. That's not what they come in here to tell. They want some happy news or whatever. So you be like, yeah, you're going to go to Paris. Yeah, you're going to get that guy that you want to get with. You got to lie to him a little bit. I was like, oh, okay. And if you listen, Miss Cleo told us that shit wasn't real. Bitch, Miss Cleo came up here, call me now. Y'all remember Miss Cleo? Bitch, Miss Cleo had a fake ass Jamaican, a terrible Jamaican accent. If I listen to it now, with my adult ears, she had a terrible ass Jamaican accent, and she wasn't even fucking Jamaican, and she wasn't even psychic. I said, girl, just like then Dionne Warwick had her psychic friends. I said, yep, anybody can be a psychic these days. And so, Fran went home or whatever. She on the phone talking to her homegirl, the one that we saw at the doctor's office or whatever, about the whole situation and trying to figure out what she gonna do and all this stuff and woo, 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 and how she gonna maneuver this. Okay, because at first she felt a little bad, but then she like, listen, fuck that shit. A check is a check. Okay, I said you live in New York too. You need to get this check. All of y'all need a goddamn check so y'all can go ahead and get an air conditioner, because I am so tired of seeing y'all glistening, bitch. Okay, y'all is glistening in this heat and it is taking over. Meanwhile, With that being said, mama said, you know what? You need to get your mind off of something. Why don't you come over here and let me do some things to you? I said, wait a minute, Miss Fran. You got that young girl on you like that? All right, come on, cool girl. Okay. She look up age, so I'm going to give it to her. You know what I'm saying? But mama said, nah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna study these courses. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, right? So when she get off the phone, she doing what she had to do. She falls asleep. Then she wakes up. I don't know if she was having a dream, but she wakes up and she goes to the window. And in the next apartment over, she sees Mr. Big Daddy. And I said, ooh, bitch. She said, close the blinds. I said, I know that's right. I mean, that means that he's still going to be there. He's still going to be there. And that just goes to show us, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or if you're a man, you can still get HIV and all that, through sex, through drug use, all that stuff. Because, mama was at the doctor's office. Little Miss Mama, she was at the doctor's office and she had that rash. And so if she was fucking around with friend and ain't no telling what else they was doing, probably like some drugs, these people look like they share needles. Okay, I'm just going to be honest. They look like they share needles. They look like they share partners. They look like they do whatever they need to do. So, if friends seeing Big Daddy, that means mama got the shit too. Okay? So at this point, we get to see Sully and Hannah, they walking down the street. Bitch, Hannah pregnant as hell. Okay? Like, she ain't pregnant as hell, but once you look at her, bitch, you be like, oh, you pregnant. You at least, 3 months? She look a good 3-4 months, you know what I'm saying? I got a little bump. And so, yeah, her and, Adam, they did their thing together. And, I don't know how they did it. I don't know if they turkey basted or if they actually did it naturally, like, the dick in the pussy. Oh, my God. I don't know why I said, you want to know where that came from. If you ever looked at the L word, my people who looked at the L word, the L word comes back on not next week, but in a week and a half. Ooh, L word Generation Q. I wish a lot of y'all watch that because then I talk about that shit. That is up my alley. I don't know if people watch it because I do want to talk about it a little bit. But anyway, y'all let me know if you watch the L Word Generation Q. But yeah, girl, dick in the pussy. That was on season 1 of the L Word when Tina and Bet was trying to get pregnant, right? And they was looking for sperm donors and they was talking to Bet's artist friend. And he was like, that's how you do it. You get the dick goes into the pussy, the dick in the pussy. It was so fucking funny. I said, we gotta let him go because he wanted to fuck. He didn't want to jerk off. But, they go to the psychic, they walking past or whatever because Adam talking about, what's going on with the baby? Don't you want to know the gender? Don't you want to know this or whatever? We can find it out, you know what I'm saying? And so how y'all gonna find it out? Oh, they walk past the little psychic place and she, convinced her to go up in there. They go up in there and they see Fran. And, Adam looking at her like, what the hell? So you a little psychic? She was like, I do a little something. I do a little something. So they get to sit down and, trying to get into the mode of things. And, come to find out, baby, they're trying to understand what's going on and, get the sex of the baby. And, Hannah still feels some type of way about what Fran told her about Plum Island, okay? And I feel like Plum Island's supposed to be like metaphor or whatever for Fire Island and all that stuff, where the gays go. But, she was like, I can tell you what you need to know. They was shuffling the cards and everything, and the first card or something was like something 10 of tentacles, and it was another card, and it was just really weird. And they was like, okay, listen, I'm not gonna do this one. Let's shuffle them again. Let's do it again, okay? What about you, Adam? She asked him some type of question or whatever, and then when he pulled the card over, it said death. And it was like, okay, you know what? That don't necessarily mean death. It can mean, because he asked about Sully. Because y'all was up in the comments like, listen, Adam didn't move the fuck on from goddamn Sully real quick, okay? Baby, he done stopped asking about him, but y'all have to realize he didn't really stop asking about him. The reason why he's doing a lot of the things that he's doing, like working at the Native, is because he was trying to find whoever killed Adam. Because remember when he was kept on asking, not kill Adam, but kill Sully. Remember when he kept on asking about, you know, trying to find him and see if he was okay and all this stuff. Gino told him, you might as well just give that up and understand that your friend Sully, he's dead, okay? So that's why he's not necessarily asking about him, but more so trying to find whoever this is that is trying to, you know, take out the gay community out there in New York. You know what I'm saying? And so when they said the shit about Adam, baby, Sully, girl, she flipped that card over. It said death. And I said, oh my God, no, okay, we don't want that. It was like, you know, it could be the end of end of something, the beginning of something new or some shit like that. So it's not necessarily bad. And when she was like, you know what, let's just get the attention off of you, okay? Let's go back to Miss Hannah. Baby, they flipped that card over again and it said death again. She said, hold up, wait a minute. It's supposed to only be one fucking death card up in this whole stack, and I just don't understand what's going on. Let me do this again. Flip that bitch over again, and it said death. I said, ooh, 3 death cards. At this point, Adam was pissed. Okay, Adam was pissed. Like, what the hell is going on? You're gonna upset her and all this stuff. So of course they leave. Fran trying to understand what the hell just happened. Okay, what the hell just happened, girl? It was a fucking mess. Meanwhile, we get over there to Patrick and Barbara. Girl, they in mediation at the tail end trying to sign off on this divorce. I said, so this whole time y'all wasn't divorced yet? That's why Barbara was acting like that. Barbara was bringing all that shit up there to Gino, trying to break their asses up so that she feel as though Patrick and her can have another chance and another go around at it. I said, no, girl, that just ain't gonna happen, ma'am. Okay? But when we first see him, we see Barbara up in the bathroom, right? And it looked like she just got through throwing up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm looking at her. She look a little peakish. She look a little pale. And remember, when we first saw Barbara, Barbara was saying that she had a little cold that hadn't went away, you know? And I told y'all, mama got that stuff, okay? And Patrick, 9 out of 10, gave it to her, all right? Because Patrick was very much on the DL, and Patrick was very much a whore for men, okay? And I guess nobody understood what protection meant. There you go. And so at this point, she comes up into the office, and this is how we realize that they up there doing the divorce stuff, and we waiting for her to sign, right? So Patrick then signed the papers. Gotta sign them papers. Them papers. That era of Usher was a crazy one. When Usher got married to Tamika Foster, woo, we can do a whole video on that shit, bitch, because everything goddamn changed, okay? But anyway, Patrick was going ahead and sign the papers, but then next thing you know, he was asking her, are you okay? She was like, I'm good. It just felt like, I probably got a little parasite, a little bug or something that I was eating or whatever, and I can't keep nothing down. But it's been like that for the past few weeks. I said, girl, you've been feeling sick like that for the past few weeks, baby. You need to go to the doctor, okay? Don't just sit on that. You ain't got insurance. I don't know what you got, okay? And at this point, it really don't matter no more, because Miss Mama sat there, right? And then she was about to sign the papers. But then she looked up at Patrick, and she was like, are we really doing the right thing? She tried to convince him to just let this be okay. Like, come on, we can go ahead and we can be together and we can do this or whatever. And we don't have to have a traditional marriage, okay? But we can still be together. He was like, that ain't what I want, okay? That is not what I want. You need to just go ahead and sign these papers. So at one point, she wanted to talk to him. Then this is what, she talked to him about. But, she went on ahead and signed the papers, okay? And so when she signed those papers, baby mama passed the fuck out. I said, oh, mama's sick. Go get her some help. She woke up in the hospital. Baby, who was working up in the hospital? Whiteley. Patrick walking down the street, or the nurse, I think it was Patrick walking with a nurse or whatever, a black nurse named Diane. She come walking down. No, I don't think it was Patrick, because he would have recognized her. It was somebody else that was at that hospital, and Whiteley had walked past. I said, what? Carrying the cart and everything. And he was like, hey, Miss Diane. She was like, hey, Whiteley, how you doing? I said, well, you safe, girl, because you nice. You got to be nice to people these days. You got to be real nice to people these days so that you can still have a life. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, she went, what's her name? Barbara woke her ass up or whatever. She told Patrick, go to my crib because I got a dog and I need you to check on her. So he go to the crib or whatever, and as soon as he come up in there, the dog is barking at a closet, right? And so the lights is out. Lights won't come on. So the dog go to the closet, and Patrick goes over there with his gun drawn, like, come on out, come on out. Baby, as soon as he opened up the door, it's Big Daddy whooping his ass. I said, ooh, what you about to do, Big Daddy? No sexual assault, because that's what it looked like he was heading, okay? He had him bent over the goddamn table and everything. At one point, they was giving each other a run for their money. And then next thing you know, Patrick was a little bit incapacitated. Linked over that table. I said, what's about to happen? And at this point, I agree with some of y'all who was saying, maybe Patrick is the killer. And then after the end of this episode, after what happened to Barbara, I was sitting here like, maybe Mr. Patrick Star got something to do with this. You know what I'm saying? SpongeBob ain't gonna be too pleased about this, I don't know. It's just a little bit word. It's a little bit word what's going on. So, of course, his partner came up there, the little chubby dude that was in the park with him. He was like, it was the same motherfucker that I tried to shoot when we was up in Central Park. That freak then came up here and he didn't follow me. And it was two other cops, right? It was like, he just came on in. Baby, they started laughing when they said that. I said, what y'all know? What y'all know? The partner had to calm them down and say, get the fuck up out of there. Okay? So he talking to the partner. And I was surprised that the partner said that. Like, dismissed them so that he can have a conversation with Patrick and was like, are you sure it wasn't nothing like a little entanglement, a little tryst or whatever? And Patrick was like, it wasn't nothing like that. Okay? Did Barbara know that you was coming over? I mean, she ain't know I was supposed to be coming over because we just did this shit or whatever. So it's like whoever this is, they're following me or whatever. How did they know I was going to be over here? We got to find this motherfucker. I said, it most likely is you and you just going through the motions at this point. Meanwhile, when shit come back on, they got to deal with that. Patrick trying to figure out what's going on. We move off from that whole situation to Sully. Adam going over there to the doctor's office and, faking like he's Hannah's husband just to get in there to the appointment where she's at. And, they did the ultrasound trying to check and see if the baby is doing well. They said that the baby is healthy, the baby is normal. And Hannah clocked it because the doctor was talking to her. And as soon as Adam came up in there, the doctor started directing all the information towards him. And she even said, so why the hell he talking to you when it's me? I said, you know how they are. Baby, the doctor was giving me fever because I just wanted to just take his glasses and go like this, push him up. Because when I tell you they was hanging right here, I said, if he moved wrong, them bitches is going to fall. But then again, he probably got them things mastered and they stuck right there. They just ain't going to go nowhere. But, he was like, everything is good. We ran some tests. Most of the tests that we ran are back. And everything looks great, but I got a few more tests. Let me go get them. So, they go get the test. He comes back in, and he was like, And she was like, is everything okay? He said, everything's cool. Everything's cool. But it just shows that your red blood counts is kind of low. And she was like, oh, okay. And when he walked out, he said it's probably that you're a little anemic or whatever. So that's cool. That's okay. We ain't got nothing to worry about. So at this point, when he leaves out, she's talking to Adam because Adam was like, what's going on? What does that mean? Low red blood cells. What that means. And at this point, she was like, oh my God. So when that fire happened over there at the, what was it called? The brownstone? Was it the brownstone or was it the other one? It was the other one. Y'all know which one. The fire that happened in the other episode, at the little place, the architect or something like that. When that happened and she took those samples of those gay men that were there, all of their blood cells, their red blood cells was low. And Adam was like, mine's too? And she was like, yeah, yours too. So if yours are low, mine's are low, what is the coincidence? I said the coincidence is the fact that y'all all got the same goddamn disease. So at this point in time, I'm thinking Adam and Hannah actually had sex with each other. Because how else would she get it? She ain't doing drugs. And at this moment, we only thought that it can't happen through sex, bodily fluids. Adam got it, most likely. Gotta give it to her, because he keep on having these signs of death coming around. They kept on saying the theme is something is coming and it's dark. That's what Theo said. That's what the homeless lady keeps saying. That's what these tarot cards saying. Everybody around him keeps saying that shit, right? And I was like, oh shit. Meanwhile, Barbara get back to her apartment. Patrick trying to tell her, go stay with your friend, go stay with your sister. She said, fuck that. I'm finna stay in my apartment. You can stay a little bit if you want to, but I'm staying in my apartment. Meanwhile, Adam and Theo, they out there kicking it. And Theo wanna go back to the psychic thing. And he was like, you know what? After all the shit that you done told me about the 3 death cards, whatever, I wanna experience this shit myself. I said, so you wanna play games? You want to play game, Mr. Theo? He said, yes. I said, oh. Go ahead and sit your ass down. Let me tell you something. Theo don't believe in a full shirt. Either it's a goddamn vest with no shirt on underneath it, or it's a crop top, or it's no shirt at all, or it's a see-through shirt. You know what I'm saying? He said, baby, I got to let these nipples and these pecs breathe. I said, all right, go ahead. So when they come up in there, of course, his friend, she told them about the cars, and they do the little thing and all this shit. And basically it was just saying that once again, death, it was judgment, the devil, and death. Every time they did it, when Theo did it, when they did it, that's all that just kept coming up. And then all of a sudden, Adam started hallucinating, right? He was like, no, I don't want to die. It was like, yeah, bitch, your time is almost up. I said, oh my God. And then the table started shaking. Everything started shaking. I said, what? What is going on? What in the, what? I said, we ain't dealing with these spirits or whatever, okay? Quit waking up stuff. Baby, he freaked the fuck out. And they was like, calm down. It's a subway right underneath the building, so you just gotta chill. And at this point, Mr. Adam, he just really wasn't having this whole situation. Girl, let's get to Gino right quick. I feel a little bad for Gino. Gino, he heard about some stuff or whatever. He wound up going to Miss Patty LaPone to see what's going on, because I believe Adam had told him all about what was going on, and he found out who it was that was doing the shit, right? Because Fran worked up in the native because he gave her a little spot to shut her up about the lesbian issues and stuff like that. Okay, cool. So at this point, he winds up going down to the psychic place, and he sees Patty LaPone, and he winds up telling her, oh, so you up here taking advantage of the community. You up here at first trying to say that you're trying to help the community, but in actuality, you're taking advantage of the community by lying to them and taking their money. And she was like, if you don't feel like this shit is wrong or whatever, and I ain't doing the right thing, come on and let me read your little fortune and all that shit. And she was like, here. This is a standard deck of tarot cards with 78 cards, and they're all different. You can look through them. There you go. She shuffled them bitches up, and she said, now you split the deck. He split the deck, and then when she flipped them cards over, what happened? The cards that came back was judgment, the devil, and death. And it was like, you know what? Hold on. Let's do this again, okay? And she was like, okay, you shuffle these bitches. You split them, and you turn the cards over. Did it again, and it was the same damn thing. And at this point, Mr. Gino started hallucinating that the angel of death was coming for his ass. And baby, all up in that hallucination was telling him, listen, everybody around you about to fucking die, okay? You gonna die, everybody else will die, because it's shit coming for all of you. And I said, oh my God. Like, the HIV virus is really just fucking bitches up and they don't even know what's going on. They don't know what's coming for that ass, okay? And I'm just like, oh, wow. Okay, Brandon saw Big Daddy. Okay, Big Daddy be kicking it over there at Sam's house. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he be kicking it over there at Sam's house like Sam the goddamn ringleader. He be standing outside the door like 10 hut. You know? Patrick didn't see him. Listen, Big Daddy is really kicking his ass. Okay, Big Daddy is really kicking Patrick's ass. Gino done seen Big Daddy. Bitch, everybody done seen Big Daddy. Theo, I don't know if he's seen Big Daddy yet, but wouldn't it be something if the one that is really the real whore up in this whole bunch, which is Theo, outside of Sam, is really Theo, if he is negative? Girl, I'd be like, what? You know, and after all of that shit, you know, I feel like I just don't know anymore. Okay, Gino went home. You know, he had a little trip out session. And Patty LaPone was just sitting there looking at him. I said, so you just gonna let that man trip out like that? She was like, listen, what can I do? What can I do? Okay, baby, he went home. He took a shower. And while he was taking that shower, he was getting dressed, you know, drying off. He was up in that bathroom in the mirror. And he saw a little Big Daddy, I think. But what he really saw was something on the back of him. And I said, what the fuck is that? Girl, it was on the back of his arm right here. And then it said, blotch. I said, oh my God, it's a big ass spot, bitch. I said, oh my God, that is a lesion. It is a dark spot. It is a lesion. It's probably going to rise up, you know. And if you know how HIV was and back in the day, baby, that's what was happening. That was one of the telltale signs or whatever, or one of the symptoms, I should say, for some patients. And then you see Barbara up in her shower, right? Barbara up in the shower getting washed up or whatever. Next thing you know, she looking out the shower curtain, or I should say the glass door to the shower. And you see what's his name? You see Patrick come up in there and he's shaving and shit, you know. And I was like, girl, what the fuck is this? So Patrick, you stayed over? You stayed over? And I felt like it was a hallucination. I knew it had to be a dream, because at this moment, I feel like Miss Barbara was just delirious and she just wanted to be in bliss in her mind. And so, you know, she wanted to knock something out, which was a nut. So she was like, listen, I ain't over him. He's still fan as fuck to me. So let me do what I got to do. And then I'm up in the shower. It's making me feel sexy and everything. I said, Barbara, what you about to do? And I was trying to look closely. Did Barbara have some spots on her as well? Because I feel like she did. I feel like my eyes saw at least one down here or probably on her back. Not as pronounced, but it was something. But baby, next thing you know, Patrick, I mean, she was about to start playing with herself up in the shower. Patrick turned around, looked at her, and I think she was like about to invite him in. Okay, and next thing you know, Big Daddy came out of nowhere and choked her ass up. I said, oh my God, what's happening? What's happening? Who is really doing this? Because Barbara really got strangled. Barbara really got strangled up in that goddamn shower, and she fell down the wall, right? Next thing you know, Patrick was coming over there to the crib trying to check on her and see how she was doing. I said, because they had a police car outside surveilling her crib after it got broken into, right? And so, you know, Patrick comes up in the house and he don't hear nothing, but you got the dog barking, the dog just sitting there kicking it or whatever. He go to her room, open up the door, and he hear the shower, but don't hear nothing else. Baby, he go up in there, Barbara slumped over like this with her eye. I said, oh my God, Barbara really did die. And I said, I feel like Patrick did it. Patrick did it, because how else is somebody going to get up in there? The cops couldn't get, nobody else getting past the cops unless they really weren't paying attention. You know, who else would have came up in there and got easy access like that? I feel like it really was Patrick. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But he went outside and acted a ass. I mean, for somebody that could be possibly a killer, he showing up, played the part like he didn't do nothing. He was like, oh my God. He said, what the fuck was y'all doing? What the fuck was y'all doing? He pulling him out the goddamn police car. You ain't see nobody go up there. You ain't see nobody go up there. Barbara fucking dead, bitch. And he damn it all on the cover, on the hood of the car. I said, now hold on. Slow down, okay? Just because you an officer yourself, you need to calm the fuck down. You're doing a lot. You know, he's sleeping by the tire or he's slumped over by the tire and he just, I said, yeah, that shit hurts, don't it? It hurts a lot. When you take a life, it hurts a lot, don't it? Especially when somebody that you supposedly care for. I feel like Patrick had something to do with it. I don't know how, but I just feel like he did. Meanwhile, girl, he at home. Next thing you know, we see this little scene where, you know, Gino is at home and comforting him, right? And he's laying on Gino. It was kind of cute. It was kind of cute because I want to be cuddled up like that. You know what I'm saying? Either cuddling up somebody, being big spoon to somebody. Are y'all big spoon or little spoon? Put that in the comment. Big spoon or little spoon. Okay? I want to big spoon somebody and I want somebody to big spoon me. It could be done. It could be done. Okay, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And so at this moment, he notices that Patrick also has a black lesion on him too. I said, bitch, mind you, when we first saw Gino and he came back to the voice, or I should say the native, he was like, you know what, who fucking knew I can get some goddamn flea bites? I said, all right, girl, that's not what it is, but okay. And at this point, I just felt real bad for everything that's going on because I feel like Gino is sleeping up in there with the killer and he just really don't know. And at this point, I feel like it's multiple killers because I can't tell the difference. Next thing you know, we see Whitey going down into Whiteley going down into the basement or someplace, and we hear these two people. I said, because at first I was like, how y'all don't start the episode off and tell us what happened to the dudes that was up in the elevator with Whiteley at the end of last week's episode? Girl, they said we saving the best for last at the end of the episode, girl. Whiteley had them tied up on the arm and ball gagged up on the table and everything. And he getting his medical instruments and his knives and stuff all out and basically telling them this plan, y'all death about to be on display. You know what I'm saying? This is basically trying to make them a martyr or whatever, put it out there to show everybody, you know what I'm saying, what we are, and, you know, showing that pride in New York is not a happy place. This is not a place where we all come together, you know what I'm saying, because it's evil out there. Some bullshit that he talking, I still don't understand it, all right? All I know is he said it's going to be 2 weeks until Pride comes, and then he going to unveil his creation. Baby, a body comes down. He started lowering a body, and I'm looking at it, and I said, who the fuck is that? Girl, it took me up until when he said he's missing only a couple of pieces. Something right here, which I feel like is the heart, and his piece right here, which is his genital. And I said, so you mean to tell me that he's been taking these body parts and he's been building his own fucking man? I feel like he's doing all of this truly because he don't get attention. And I feel like he's bitter because he has not had somebody to love him and give him that attention to, you know, treat him like, because I'm telling y'all, if you think that it is judgment within the straight community, because I've seen it, you know, men don't want to be with big women, even though I don't know what it is about some muscular men and short muscular men, especially, they like some big women, some of them, because them be the ones that be up in my mama inbox, them be the ones that be up in my inbox. I be like, God damn, my mama used to be pulling. Girl, let me tell y'all something. My mama at one point was talking to a police officer. I said, pump the brakes on that shit. Listen, some of them is crazy. I said, mama, what we not gonna do, we not finna date anybody in with uniforms and stuff. No. Okay, yeah, you can serve and protect, but sometimes y'all hear the story about them being a little crazy. And what if something go down that I need to call the cops on him, and then his buddies come, and girl, ain't nobody got time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I said, let that go, mama. But my mama used to be, she be pulling them, and I be like, girl, the fuck you be doing? Nothing. But my mom got big titties, so I already told y'all that, right? And you know, me and my mama, we ran like we two oompa loompas, okay? Oompa loompa, bitch. We the fucking blueberry, okay? Girl, we the blueberry when she blew up, all right? You know, mama is not a skinny girl. She's not a skinny girl. She done lost some weight, okay? But we still bigums, you know what I'm saying? And she be pulling them. I ain't never seen her with an ugly dude. I ain't never seen her with a out of shape dude. I don't know what it is, but baby, they fucking love her. Okay? And I just, and you know, they people got their preference. Just like up in the straight world, I be seeing this shit all up on Twitter, the way they be treating people and all that shit. And you know how picky they be in. But baby, in the gay world and the lesbian, I feel like it's less in the lesbian world, but more in the gay world. And y'all, my gays, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, or you can confirm or deny it. That whole no fats, no film. At one time, it be bottom shaming. And I'm sitting here like, how you shaming a bottom where you're not going to fuck a top, okay? So you need the bottom so that y'all can do what y'all do with each other. And you're going to shame the bottom for giving you sex and getting him sex? That makes absolute no sense. It's a feminine bottom. They be shaming them. Okay, they want a masculine bottom. They want a normal quote unquote bottom or whatever. I see it so much. No fats, no thems or whatever. It just be a lot of fucking discrimination, and you want to disguise it as preference, and most of it is because people are shallow. But I feel like in the lesbian world, girl, it's sometimes it's a little preference as well. But I feel like women are just a little bit more accepting of different body types or whatever, because especially being on TikTok, girl, I didn't see a whole bunch of different type of lesbians together. Like I didn't see, you know, films like my size, feminine women my size or whatever, with skinny ass studs, you know what I'm saying? Or skinny other feminine women, or skinny STEM women, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, two big ones or two small ones, or this one or that one, you know, and it's like really a toss up. So I would say it's less judgment. It still is, but it's less than it is in the gay world. I just want y'all to know that. But girl, y'all think Patrick the Killer? Y'all think Patrick the Killer? Y'all tell me what you think. You tell me how you feel. And I will see y'all in the next episode. Maybe tonight. Could be tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. All right? Y'all have a good night. Peace. And for real, put it in the comments. If y'all do watch the L Word Generation Q and you want me to talk about it, let me know. And if y'all ain't never seen the L Word, it's a lesbian thing, okay? Bet, Tina, Shane, Alice, them. Y'all gonna see that. But put it down in the comments and I'll see y'all later. Peace.